from last year. Are you the most fashionable person at Worlds, and is Worlds about to lose some of its sparkle now that you're going home?
That's a fantastic question. Thank you very much. Am I the most fashionable? The thing is, I'm not sure what people are going to wear in group stage, because the other teams obviously have a huge budget, and I would think that after the performance and the suits that I showed last MSI and was, the people need to step up. You know, the meta game is evolving from like how fashionable coaches have to be. So I'm expecting some tough competition. Hopefully Yamato is showing something. Like he kind of got dusty. We didn't see him on the international stage for some time, but now he's back. So hopefully we see something from them, from him. Maybe something classy. Like I'm more extravagant. He's more like, you know, the motto, you know, the voice. So yeah, but for now I do think that the title belongs to me. But I'm looking for contenders. So you know, bring it to other coaches.
Thank you so much, and again, commiserations on going out.
Thank you.
Pedro, the click.
It should be likewise commiserations on the loss. You guys were very close to reaching the best of 5 rounds in this playing stage. Unfortunately, that didn't work out. And so how does this compare to past eliminations in this stage?
I mean, this year was extremely tough, really. There's not much look behind the scenes, I think, but overall, all of the obvious changes were difficult to deal with the entire team. First up, we changed from Gadget to Frappy, so we changed from Russian to English communication, then we changed to Logic, kept going with the Russian communication, and then we go to Argo, and then we dial more and more into Russian communication, and that's had like some difficulties for me, and how the coaching stuff is going to integrate itself into like practice and draft overall. So yeah, I think despite of all of those problems, we still managed to reach MSI, and we still managed to reach Worlds and take a game away from Cloud9, going to a tiebreaker against Beyond Gaming, which Beyond Gaming looked almost on par against PSG regionally. So yeah, I think that we are obviously not happy about like how it goes out. We always aim to just go further, but I think that for what has happened and like how difficult everything was, I think we can go away with our head held high and just with our expectation for next year higher, and with like more hunger and more motivation. I think that's how everybody's going to go away from this world.
Eugene, upcomer.
Hi again, Sheepy. Nice jacket, as usual.
Thank you, Rich. Yeah, well, we can do.
Yeah, I commiserations on the loss as usual, but I like to get your thoughts a little bit about drafting currently in Worlds 2021. We see the meta being very weird compared to what you're used to in the LCL for summer at least. Talk to me a little bit about how you would approach this meta, because it seems to be very odd.
Yeah, I mean, right now that I'm not in Worlds anymore, so I can just give some information, even though I should be a bit careful because of Scrim's result. But yeah, I think as situation stands right now, there's a different meta depending on what region you're coming from and who you're screwing with, because different players have different proficiency on different champions, and especially mechanically demanding champions that have a very high ceiling are something that you're going to face against Asian teams, and you will not have the luxury of scaling well or picking a backline that's easy to kill, or like going too greedy into the draft and trying to make it out easy in the early game and then just win naturally into mid game. So I think the idea right now for the meta is pick something that's all around strong, especially scales well on 1-2 items. Get your Gore Drinker Syrinx, Gauge champion, something good on bot lane that is actually able to auto attack for free, even though there's so much damage in the game. And good CC, and then skirmish, fight. Don't be afraid to take all of the fights. And I think that's how the scrims are looking like. This is how the games on the stage are looking like. And usually the ones who are either like shying away to fight early game and don't have the best mid game plan are the ones that are going to lose out. So yeah, I think that champions like obviously like Sensao, Lista, and very strong rise, early pushes into rotation, TF just to play to side lanes. And having a point-and-click CC, Jace, Flex Pixie, really Flex Pick, like we'll see a lot of aggressive champions for sure, and all the assassins in jungle, Kiana, Talon set. So yeah, I'm very, very excited for the best of fives coming now for the tiebreakers, and then obviously group stage to see like the best players in the world face off against each other, and yeah, there will be a lot of different picks, a lot of priorities, and a lot of craziness. So yeah, Worlds will be exciting.
Thank you very much.
Adele.
Oh, yeah.
Hey there.
Hey there. It's been some time, Adele.
Yeah, it's been quite a bit. Sadly, well, not the best circumstances, but I have to say, still, y'all really woke up today, considering like how your play changed, especially like between yesterday and today. And so, like, I'm more curious about like the mindset of the team that the team had, especially against Cloud9 and right after against Beyond. How did you feel their vibe, actually?
I think that maybe Cloud9 was second guessing themselves a lot about like, should they do this, should they do that to be scaled? And then we surprised them as well in draft. I think they thought probably Sign goes top lane with this Senna and pick GP into it, so we get a counter pick with Camille, and we have been preparing Sign for like forever, like literally forever. So I do think Senna Sign is like one of the strongest lanes that we have on bot lane. We're just never able to show it freely. But that was a good opportunity, and I think we didn't have any troubles mentally because we thought we already lost the games before. We didn't have a great performance, so probably like the expectations are just not that high. So every play that we find is just like something great and something valuable, and we're happy about it. And going into the games like that with a lighthearted mentality, picking something that you're extremely comfortable with, and then playing against an enemy that kind of got surprised a little bit in draft and didn't know how to react, and then we could just play our champions that we play forever. Yeah, I think that gave us all the advantages we needed to just win.
Thank you.
Eugene, upcomer.
Hi again. I'd just like to ask you a little bit about Russia in general and the LCL, because Unicorns of Love has been representing the LCL for quite some time now, international events. So I'd just like your thoughts a little bit about, do you think that Unicorns of Love is the only team improving, or do you think that the LCL as a whole is slowly getting better, or is it just stagnating at the moment?
I think that there needs to be a rise of competitors that are extremely hungry to beat us and to be one of the best. But it's just very difficult to develop this kind of mindset in Russia because Dota and Counter-Strike, for example, are just a little bit bigger, and League of Legends is not that famous, even though that we are one of the most active, like maybe even the most active esports team that has like the most engagement on VK, which is the social media website for Russia. So maybe together with Navi, something like this. So I do think that people should just realize that, I don't know, like if you're playing in a league like this, just invest all your time, try the hardest you can, and then you will also, I mean, you literally could stand here even, if you're from the LCL region, because yeah, we are very dominant, but if you keep up the mentality, you can rise to the top as well. But yeah, I think that what pushes us through is just that we all have that will and that motivation and the time and the work that we invest, and in the end, work always pays off. Sometimes it doesn't, that's life as well, but in general, it does, and things are making logically sense, so we just have, I don't know, the hungriest players, I think the most motivated and most capable coaching staff, and I think that produces results. And as long as I'm in Russia and I'm in Unicorns, obviously I would not allow any other team to take that away from me, because I will just work twice as hard if it needs be. But yeah, I think that other teams can improve. They are improving as well. But yeah, I think we're just a little bit too advanced if it comes to the organization standpoint.
Thank you so much. Hope to see a new suit then.
Thank you.
Sheepy, again, thanks so much for your time. That's all the time we have today for Sheepy and our scrum. So thank you guys, and that's it.
Great.